Among the world of athletes, tennis players are a fascinating breed. And just like the pros have their share of characters and mannerisms, so do us amateurs. Here are the 10 tennis players you will meet. Number 1. The bad feeder. Oh, the feed. You can't get a rally going without it, but for some players, it might as well be a backhand overhead slice lob cross court from no man's land. A few poor feeds within reach is forgivable, but the bad feeder is so consistently inconsistent, it's almost impressive, and then quickly becomes infuriating. Short, wide, long, moonballs, or straight up just missing in the net. If you ask someone to play a grounding game and you hear this response, sure, but feeds don't count. Just remember, yes, they do. Number 2 on our list, the grunter. There are many kinds of grunters. The shrieker, the screamer, the moaner, the ooer, the R. And my personal favorite, the I just fell off a cliff. The grunter swears that the grunt gives them more power, better timing, and allows for a more relaxed swing. But of course non-grunters say that's a bunch of BS.
You don't have to grunt every time you hit the ball.
No, we do. It's really good for my control.
Honestly, I don't even hear myself.
However, it is important to remember that the sound of your grunt doesn't change the look of your swing. You might sound like Nadal, you might even feel like Nadal, but you don't look like Nadal. So keep in mind, a good grunt with bad form is still bad form.
I didn't even know I was doing it.
Well, you grunt every shot. It's really annoying and it's throwing me off.
Number 3, the apologizer. Tennis is a gentleman's sport. The unspoken rules of etiquette and sportsmanship run deep, but no player takes that more seriously and perhaps even more annoyingly than the apologizer. Unforced error? Sorry. Forced error? My bad. Even hitting a winner. Sorry, bro. Not. Number 4, the beginner. Not to be confused with a true beginner or someone who has never played tennis before. This beginner thinks they're advanced. You know that player. They love tennis ever since they took a summer of lessons back in junior high or played on their high school team because they needed a PE credit. They still use that early 2000s indestructible titanium Walmart special, and boy do they rival runway models with the way they sling that single racket carrying case around their shoulders, which, by the way, forever lives in the trunk of their car, so they're always ready to play, just in case. On to number 5, the junk baller. Zero pace, moonballs, and all slice everything. Topspin might as well be against the law for this player, unless it's a perfectly placed lob. Great as a doubles partner, horrible as a hitting partner, downright cruel as an opponent. They have an uncanny ability to put the ball exactly where you don't want it. They are mentally strong, physically meh, but they'll test your temper while stealing your pride. What's left of it anyway. Number 6, the warm-up winner. Gotta get that intensity going early. 2 rallies in and they're painting the lines, making you run like it's match point at Roland Garros. But fear not, for the warm-up winner is a classic case of 5-0 in the warm-up, but 3-5 in the match. New balls, please.
I love the smell of in the morning.
Some players will not hit without a freshly opened can, and not just any can. It's gotta be their Wilson US Open Extra Duty #1s. Or perhaps you're a Dunlop Grand Prix player. Whatever your brand is, some balls just feel right, don't they? Number 8, the filmer. This player is too cheap to hire a coach, yet they'll happily spend bank on tripods, video apps, not to mention the hours studying playback just to catch a glimpse of a great shot that always seems to find its way on Instagram. You'll find this player equipped not with a backhand, but with an Amazon tripod, the latest edition iPhone, or if they're real serious, a head-mounted POV GoPro. Number 9, the Gadget Guy. While the filmer likes to stay in the digital realm, this player takes a more tangible approach. There is no shortage of revolutionary instructional gadgets, and rest assured, the Gadget Guy has tried them all. Let's rattle off a few. The Swing Trainer, the Snappy Wrist, the Topspin Pro, the Billie Jean King Eye Coach, the Forehand Rotator, the Total Serve, the Wrist Doctor, the Angle Doctor, the Serve Doctor. A lot of doctors out there to design something that's just a stick with a ball on the end, but if you know a Gadget Guy, hit them up for tips. No other player has spent more time studying fundamentals, but less time transferring those fundamentals into their own game. But that just means they might have a game-changing tip for you. Number 10, that's right, the Pickleballer. We will now have a moment of silence for all our fallen comrades, those who dared venture to the dark side to return only on Tuesdays and maybe every other Saturdays. They have traded the riches of graphite and the feel of felt and fibers for the destitute ways of a plastic child's toy. They have forsaken the chirping choir of footwork for the dull thud of gimpy lunges and dink shots. To you, lost soul, we pour one out, in hope that one day you will return.
He's back!
That one day the sun will rise again on courts no longer marred by adhesive tape or flimsy nets. For a day when the trees will no longer echo with the hollow, soulless whiffle, but thunder with the impact and the power of a well-struck sweet spot. May that day come swift, may that day come soon. Well, that wraps up this list, and I'm sure you know there's a lot more players out there, so leave a comment with any we missed, like and subscribe. We got a lot more videos planned, and until next time, serve big and string often.